everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Now I'm just kind of in a uniform right now because just a couple hours ago I was part of the Santa Maria Valley Honor Guard. We recognized an Army veteran that passed away a couple days ago. We had a funeral for him at the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Now you know I wear different hats. I'm very involved in the American Legion Disabled American Veterans, VFW, my own GI connections, because it's so important that we give back to those veterans and their families what they may have missed, or sometimes they're forgotten. It's so important we keep an aspect of that. But even on the Junior Vice Commander of the Disabled American Veterans Department of California, that's extremely important. But the memories that I'm able to make because of that title and the other hats that I wear are more important than those kind of things. Anyways, I'm here just representing Joseph Skoda, G.I. Joe Skoda, and I'm so proud of the different memories that I've experienced over the years. I know my tie's crooked, but that's part of it. It doesn't matter if it's crooked or not. What happens if you have a granddaughter? I have two granddaughters. They're going to remember, gee, Pa, your tie's crooked. Gee, Pa, you didn't tie your shoe. Gee, Pa, your socks don't match. Those are important memories for my grandkids. It's not really all about my memories, which are important, because I want to grow older and have all these things in the back of my mind of things that I've experienced and places I've been to, the loved ones I've shared them with. But sometimes when we do different things, it's for the other people in our lives. For instance, we can look at this bike over here. Now, it doesn't look very fancy. The seat's all tore up, it's ripped up. It's not anything to brag about, but the first time I had my granddaughter in this bike and pushing her and teaching her how to ride it and watching her fall a couple times, don't get me wrong, but when she could do it herself, now she'll have the memories of me helping her do that. And as she gets older and can ride the bike, she no longer needs me to show her how to ride a bike, but the first time I showed her how to put air in the tires, the first time I showed her how to oil the chain or replace the tire, those are important memories that will last a lifetime. Sure, I pushed her, sure I watched her fall, sure I laughed, and with a caring, loving manner, but it's what we did with those memories that's important. Once again, I've ridden a bike for, well, a few years. I didn't need to learn again, but sharing with someone else is extremely important. And we talk about different memories and different hats, or whether your tie's crooked or not. Having a barbecue with the family. I know it's covered right now. This is a Santa Maria barbecue pit. It kind of goes up and down the grill, because we used to make a tri-tip in the Santa Maria Valley, and it's a great piece of meat if you know how to do it properly. But instead of a regular grill where everything's a certain level, that's just the way it is, you put your oak wood in and you can adjust up and down. I know you want to see what it looks like, but it's dirty and dusty out there, and that doesn't matter. A lot of us take, I was going to say hundreds of pictures on their phone, but over time it's thousands of photos on their phone. Sometimes we share them with friends and loved ones, and hopefully the ones you took pictures of, and share those, but more often than not it stays on our phone. We don't share all those memories, all those pictures, all the times at the beach, at the barbecue, riding a bike, being with our kids or our grandkids. We just kind of keep it to ourselves. Now, it's very important for you and I to share those memories. I remember back in the day, even before the Polaroid, where you took a picture, you shook the film for, I don't know, 10 minutes, and then something came out. I remember taking the film to your CVS, your local pharmacy. It would take them a week to get back to you. And most of our pictures were our fingers, our feet, the wall. We didn't know what we took a photo of until it came back. But today we have access to so many memories that we can take with a click of a button while on our phone today. Yet we don't always share those. When we're long and gone, we want our children, our grandchildren, our siblings, our parents, everyone to recognize and remember the good. And don't get me wrong, there's always some bad also, but aren't those growing experiences, isn't that part of our journey? Learning and growing and doing some different things? It should be. I'm so fortunate to have 2 boys, and they're great kids. One joined the Air Force after me, and really excited about that. But I remember teaching my kids obviously how to drive, and then show them how to change the tires on their own car, how to check the oil and change that, how to do different things on their car. All boys and all men need to know basic skills, same as women. We all need to learn basics. If you can't change the oil, at least how to check it, how to put air in your tire. I don't want to hear you're a girl, you can't put air in your tire. Yes, you can. There are certain skills we all need to know how to do. You need to water a garden. They see I have a tower garden back here. A lot of it down here isn't working real well. Well, if you look, I've got some tomatoes here. They're about ripe. I've got peppers on the other side. I had some beans. I had some cucumbers growing. Now, what I like about the tower garden is it's not in the ground. I don't have to bend over. There's no dirt involved. It's really just water and nutrients in a pump. Every half an hour, it pumps the water nutrients on the roots, and they grow bigger because you don't have the dirt and all that. And this is just a month old. It can grow that quick if you nurture it, if you take care of it. See, I had boys. I didn't have no girly dolls in my household as boys. In fact, I have 2 brothers. We didn't have this, but I got 2 granddaughters now. And they remember when we give them something like this. They remember when we hug them, when we go to that tea party, those things that guys don't normally do. Today I was at a restaurant and I seen a guy with a Pikachu shirt on. I'm like, what's this grown man wearing a Pikachu, Pokemon on his shirt? And I noticed as they're leaving the restaurant, his daughter, all dressed in yellow, and she has a hoodie, comes up with the ears, the Pokemon, the Pikachu. So he was kind of supporting her. He was probably maybe a little younger to me, but not that much younger, but he was doing it because his daughter liked Pokemon. And he just showed her support, Pokemon shirt. There's no way I would do that unless my grandkids asked me to. It very well could. You see, we wear different hats in our life. Now, we can look cool, and you see I'm wearing this jacket, and I take it off. Quite frankly, it doesn't look good with the way my shirt's tucking out. And though I'm a veteran of 21 years, well, active duty 20, I'm still a veteran. We wear different hats in our life where we're able to make a difference, where we're able to strut our good stuff and sometimes show our bad stuff. But we need to know how to make those memories count. Even when we're down in our dumps, we want our kids, our grandkids, our great-grandkids to see how we got out of it, how we persevered, what we had to do to overcome to make a decent life for ourselves once again. Now, every one of us has ups and downs. Every one of us has challenges. Every one of us had been tempted by one thing or another, someone or something else. And sometimes we fell for it, it got us in trouble. Sometimes we avoided that. But how do we stay away from temptations in the future? How do we stay away from things that are going to take us off the beaten path of our goals, our vision, of our life that we want? The pastor, I think, said it today, most likely. He says, focus on the right things. Focus on God. Focus on your church. Focus on things that are going to keep you out of trouble. Because when we're busy doing the right things, we don't have time for all this temptation around us. Now, it's always going to be around us, but we can choose to avoid it. It's so much easier to avoid temptation than to give in to sin or something like that. I forgot how it went. But either way, it's easier to avoid temptation. The best way to do that is to keep busy doing the right things, because when sin's there, it's almost all over. Now, we have a forgiven God. He'll forgive us. He'll bless us. As long as we're honest and very, with our integrity that we want to change and ask forgiveness, He'll forgive us. But you and I, we don't forgive each other that easily. So be careful who you do wrong, what you did wrong, and make all those pictures and those memories with your grandkids and your kids count. Now, a few years ago, I was fortunate enough to take my son on a trip to drive Lamborghinis and Ferraris in Denver, Colorado. And much later, I spent a a week with my brother up in Scottsdale, Arizona, doing some really cool things up in the mountains, and spending time with mother son in Vegas, and doing other things. Doing things as a family is great. If you can make time to do those individual things with those loved ones, those are special memories that only you two can share. Like next week, my granddaughter's birthday coming up, and we're going to take her out of town, just her. Put her up at a hotel, maybe just a swimming pool. Maybe just watch movies and eat popcorn. It doesn't matter. But she'll never forget it. And we want our kids and grandkids to know that we love them, that we care, even if we have to discipline, and we have to discipline sometimes. But it's okay, because the love is there, and you understand why we're doing what we're doing. Not at the moment. No one ever understands why they're being disciplined at the moment. Pretty excited. We wear different hats in our life. We make different decisions and different choices. We try to build up those memories that I talk. We build up gardens that may look funny, but the food is great. And many of you know I'm a Toastmaster. I'm a Toastmaster. And I was very fortunate the other day in Lompoc, California, to be an evaluator for one of our spacemen. He's in the Space Force, and he's getting ready to leave and go to Colorado actually in a couple weeks. And he's been with us 5 or 6 years in the Toastmaster journey and learning and growing. And we watched him when he was like 19, 20 years old. Shy, timid. Shy, timid doesn't mean he doesn't know it all. He's 19, 20 years old. They know it all, right? But we watched him grow. We watched him in and out of relationships. We watched him mess up in speeches. We watched him struggle in promotions. We watched him in the band and singing and just growing and being a great person. I had the privilege of doing his last speech evaluation for Lompoc Valley of Flowers Club. There's a plug. Lompoc Valley of Flowers, the great club, meets on Thursdays. Now what I did was I put on my evaluator hat. Do you have an evaluator hat? See, we have a lot of different hats. Cowboy hats, mafia hats, military caps and covers. But sometimes you need to mix it up and not always be seen. I mean, we want people to recognize. People recognize me from hats, but they don't always recognize me wearing the same ones. I wear fedoras usually, but sometimes I mix it up. But I wore this to make a statement. You can call me a taxi driver, bus driver, train conductor. None of that really mattered. I was conducting that evaluation. I was giving some honest feedback. In this particular evaluation, normally a person would be sitting in the chair in the audience, wherever it is, and you'd be giving up and telling them what they did right, what they could make improvements with, maybe they could do better in the future. I wanted this one to be special. I brought him up on stage with me. Sat one chair over here for him and one for me. And we just had an honest conversation. How you've grown, how you become better, how we're looking great for your future. That's what all Toastmasters say. I had to be a little different. Say, you were great, but you had this big stage and you didn't use it. You stayed behind the lectern. You didn't move a lot. Like, oh. And I'm not picking on him. I think he did great. And often we just don't know what we don't know because we don't have honest feedback with one another. None of us are mind readers. We sometimes think we know what the other person's thinking or saying. I'm wrong most of the time, but I can't let anyone else know. But I'm wrong most of the time because we don't have that feedback or that communication like that for real, unless maybe our grandkids. But how many times does your child or your grandkid come up to you like crying or sad, you see tears? You're like, wow, what did I do wrong? What happened? Can I make it better? And sometimes they don't even know. But it's so important that we remain open for an evaluation, that we remain open for any feedback that we can get so we can make the best memories for one another. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos from my trips over the years, and I strongly encourage you to vacation once again. I know the pandemic's It's over, but it's still lingering on. A lot of people are still getting sick. I understand. I get that. Whatever you're comfortable with, make sure you're vacationing. Even if you're doing a staycation, make it count. If you have the grandkids for the weekend, pulling weeds, great, but follow it up with making ice cream sundaes at the end of the day, root beer floats, have a pizza party or slumber party after. All kids need to do chores. All kids. So we're not so selfish as we get older and entitled. We all need to do chores. But it's okay to have nice little rewards along the way. I'm encouraging y'all to make those memories that count. Take the whole family out for dinner and do the barbecue. Those are important. But if you have a time to spend individual time with special loved ones, do it. They're always going to remember it. Remember, the young minds are impressionable. And if the last time they see us, something comes out wrong, sadly, that might be the last thing they remember of us. So keep that positive mental attitude. I see it in a train movie last night. I forgot what it's called. Whatever it was. Positive mental attitude. Things are going on around us each and every day. Our kids and loved ones don't need to see our struggles and challenges. It's okay, they can see we have challenges and how we're overcoming. But don't let it bring us down. Don't let them see us sweat too much. Don't let them see, woe is me, and be in that pity party. That's inside of you. You got to deal with that. But don't bring everyone else in to help you deal with your issues. But one more point before I let it go. Make sure in life you find someone you trust, someone you love, someone you care about, someone that will hold you accountable and make them your accountability partner. If nothing else, keep you out of trouble each and every day so you don't go down the wrong path, don't make a bad financial decision, don't make a bad relationship decision. Find an accountability partner. If you say, I want to be an astronaut one day, you need someone to check out on or check up on you on a regular basis. Say, are you going to school? Are you studying engineering? What do you know about trigonometry? Did you sign up for a class? Did you go to this camp or that workshop? We often say we want to do things, and then life gets in the way. We blame life. Oh, I had a family. Oh, I got married. Oh, school. Oh, my job got in the way. Even all those that became president or senators or CEOs of companies all have the same challenges. Stop making excuses. Make memories that count. Share on social media. Be a little careful. You can have private groups just to share with family. You can't go to Facebook and be semi-safe and just share with family, or Google Share Drive. You can do that also. If you want to put time, just be careful. And don't put something's going to embarrass you or your children that will come back and bite you where you don't want to be bitten. Anyways, you're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Make those memories. Figure out which hat you want to wear. Do a color guard or funeral service for someone, because some of the memories we make are for those other people, not us. Whatever you do, make sure that you make a difference. All right, please subscribe to my channel. Vacation often. Remember, in the office with Joseph Skoda. Have a great day. If you liked our show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or find us on any social media platform. Instagram, of course, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts and join our team. Anyways, we appreciate you staying tuned week after week, day after day, because we continuously build up our network to bring to you what you're asking for. Have a great day. Hello everyone, this is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections. GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, social media shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan on enjoying his time away from work. He came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures.
Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.